Australia. The land of opportunities offers much more to aspiring immigrants than you would imagine. Great lifestyle, career opportunities, work-life balance, affordable quality education, social security and health benefits, incredible sports facilities, and world-class living, just to name a few. Australia has a strong economy and low unemployment rate, and offers salaries that well justify your professional credentials and expectations. Are you a skilled immigrant struggling to find your perfect job in Australia? Have you applied for several jobs and getting very few to no interview calls at all? Have you been interviewed but consistently getting rejection letters and wondering why? Are you a resilient professional who is really serious about investing your time and money in quickly finding your dream job? It doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or overseas, we are here to help you. Based in Melbourne, Career Launch Australia is a professional career mentoring service offered to global skilled immigrants to secure their perfect Australian job in weeks instead of months and getting paid what they deserve, even if they don't have local experience. Immigrant coaching is much more than just career coaching. It involves understanding the mindset and thought process of individual immigrants at an emotional level and professionally helping them with their job search. Empathy and heart-to-heart connection is crucial for immigrant coaching, and you will surely notice it in CLA consultants. Qualified professionals who have already got their Australian PR, work visa, or those who have applied for Australian PR and are likely to get their visa in the near future, proactively start working with CLA and acquire job search breakthrough techniques. This often results in them quickly securing the job they love after they migrate to Australia. CLA's proven success blueprints offers immigrant professionals practical tools and mindset they need to quickly succeed in their new life and career in Australia. CLA has been marketing their clients successfully into their preferred careers since more than 10 years, giving them both competence and confidence to win the high-paying positions they deserve. Our fully customizable mentoring package includes executive resume writing, LinkedIn profile, interview preparation, addressing key selection criteria, salary projection and negotiation, and most importantly, strategic networking techniques and connecting you with industry connections. A study shows that recruiters spend only 6 seconds reviewing an individual resume. Does your resume stand out in 6 seconds? On an average, every corporate job receives around 250 applications. Does your application hit the nail on the head? 89% of recruiters report hiring candidates through LinkedIn. Does your LinkedIn profile attract interest? 92% of employers and recruiters hire or plan to hire candidates through networks or referrals. How many recruiters do you know? 85% of critical jobs are filled via networking of some sort. Do you know how to strategically network with the right people and access the hidden job market? Average Australian full-time salary is $5,000 a month. You're losing this huge amount every month you're jobless for, and you're using your own hard-earned overseas money to survive in Australia. Could you afford to sustain this double loss? Time is ticking, so don't wait any further. Come and have a chat with us to quickly secure your dream job.
Welcome to this live simulcast of Career Launch Australia on this third day of February 2022. You're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn at the same time. My name is Rajiv Bedse. I'm here with someone who is a problem solver, a great listener, a strategic thinker, and a persistent professional. His name is Tushar. Tushar, welcome to this live simulcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for great welcome. I am honored to be present of this live broadcast. A great opportunity for me to present what I have been achieved through your CLA program. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So just to let you know a little bit more about Tushar. Tushar has over 15 years of experience in the field of supply chain management. He has worked as supply chain manager with multinational companies like Dell Technologies, Sony Middle East, Sony Turkey, Sony South Africa, and Sony Gulf FZE. After recently migrating to Australia, very quickly he has secured a job as supply chain manager for Australia and New Zealand. What an incredible achievement, Tushar. You must be feeling very proud of yourself.
Definitely, sir. Not myself, but my entire family and friends who gave me their best wishes when I was leaving my previous job and the country where I was living. So it's a very proud moment for everyone who supported me.
You're such a kind person, Tushar. I really admire you for that. Great. We have the director of Career Launch Australia.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind wishes and always been there for the last almost a 1 year of journey with CLA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have another usual, a very regular attendee of this live simulcast, Siddhant Singh Bagil.
Thank you, Siddhant. Thank you.
Beautiful. Now, let's begin with the questions. After working on many senior positions with multinational companies like in the UAE, why did you decide to migrate to Australia to start with?
A very big question, sir, to be honest. Okay. Why? Why there was a need for me to move? Okay.
Yes,
As you have shown the video in first itself, why Australia? Correct. Your video explains very nicely, but I will just talk about 3 points which I was attracted. One
yes.
is the education system, one of the best world class education you get in Australia for the kids or for any growing adult who wants to progress in the career. Second was the healthcare facility, and third was the work life balance, to spend more time with your family in this age.
Uh-huh. Wow. When I visited Dubai, I was talking to this gentleman who hosted me there. And I said, you guys live a great lifestyle here. And he said, Raju, sir, we have only style. We don't have any life here.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I agree with you.
He
Okay.
said, we work around the clock and, we literally work like dogs at sometimes. And we don't have any family life. And more importantly, he said that whatever we get paid, all that goes in paying the bills because there is no such thing as, health benefits or, the Medicare, for example, in that
Yes.
part of the world.
Plus the education and all those sums up, even though you get a proper, better salary package, but it takes away most of your thing.
Yes, absolutely. So you don't pay taxes there, right?
No, sir. But last two couple of years, they have introduced VAT of 5%. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And plus the cost of living is slightly higher if you compare to other livable cities, across the globe. So it
Right.
compensates for your taxes.
Okay. Okay. That's for you, Manidip Singh.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Mandeep
Mandeep.
Singh.
Thank you so much.
So Mandip has also recently migrated to Australia. He is currently in Adelaide. He has come here on 489 subclass visa. We have completed his mentoring when he was in Dubai. He comes from Dubai as well. He's a
Oh,
senior
nice.
electrical engineer, and he's currently looking for the job. He had just recently started looking for the job after he got his family settled. And a great guy with a very strong positive mental attitude. And I'm sure he will get there very soon as well. And Mandeep, I look forward to seeing you sometime on this live simulcast.
I wish you all the best, Mandeep.
Right. Um, the second question I have is what was going through your mind after you had made the decision to migrate? This is before you contacted CLA and after you had made the decision. Now, enough is enough. I'm leaving now, leaving UAE, going to Australia. What exactly was going through your mind?
A lot of things were running. Okay, first important thing is the fear of leaving a safe harbor. Correct? You have a
Uh-huh.
salary which comes every month in your pocket. You will be going to another land, whether you will get a job which you are currently getting over here in Dubai. the pay cycle, the professional services, okay, whether my family will be adjusting, okay. uh, Most important was how to conquer the job, okay,
Mhm.
which is very important fear, what happens if I don't get a job?
What if?
What if, are my skills valued in Australia? Will, without a local experience, will somebody acknowledge my resume?
Mhm.
Many questions, many endless questions and endless sleepless nights, okay, for me and my family altogether.
Right. It must have been a very difficult time for you because leaving the safe harbor is the biggest challenge you have when you're coming from a country like UAE for that matter to Australia, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Change management, we all talk about change in our professional career, but in personal life, you want to take that leap, we all fear.
We all are human beings.
Yes.
We all are driven by our emotions in any way, in any case.
Uncertainty, like I will describe uncertain, I don't know what will happen.
Yes, it's the fear of unknown, the fear of sometimes the fear of failure, the fear of um, embarrassment as well when you start talking to new people. The one more thing, Tushar, I have noticed is that some people, not everybody, but some people coming from that part of the world, they feel a little bit inferior because they are coming from um, a country where you don't see many fair-skinned people. Did that happen with you as well?
Yes, especially if you're working in Middle East, uh, uh, the Asian side of the people, they get a little bit of uh, how can I use that word? The tree, the professionalism, okay, the package or the benefits which you get, compared to the European or the Western countries. Asian people are given a little bit of low benefits in terms of
Mhm.
job opportunities or packages, I can say. Okay, so the equal treatment doesn't happen in Middle East, according to me. This is my personal experience.
Okay, so there still is some kind of discrimination, you're saying.
Yes,
Okay. We have somebody congratulating you.
thank you, Sapna.
You know, Sapna?
No.
Ah, okay. Wow. Sapna, thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Really appreciated. There's a LinkedIn user.
I'm not able to see the name, but thank you so much for your
There's no
wishes.
name there, so he's simply congratulating you. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, whoever you are. Right. Now, after you made up your mind, after you got your PR visa, and then you kind of made up your mind that yes, I want to go to Australia permanently with my wife, with my family. How did CLA help you to begin with? Actually, let me go one step back. Right. How did you know? How did you come to know about CLA in that part of the world?
Uh, uh, it was by coincidence. I was going through YouTube,
Huh.
and through YouTube streams, if you look for some coaching or mentor in Australia or job search on YouTube, it plays you frequent videos to similar types. And there I had a glimpse of your videos of helping people to get job opportunities, explaining about Australia. I have been observing you before getting in touch with you. It was for almost 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.5 year, because I was still not believing in myself whether I can take that leap,
Hmm.
right? So watching your videos, continuously getting motivated, but then the result was how to do it, correct?
Hmm.
So how to reach out, whether to take some help or not. As a been professional, I was like, it is, should I go for help or should I do it on my own? Or is it an embarrassing situation to ask for a help? It always on my doubt in my mind. Okay, is it embarrassing to ask someone for help? Then I spoke with my wife. I said, you can also go through these videos and let me know your thoughts. Should we subscribe with CLA, get their help? Okay, and let's see how things turn. So one day I made up my mind. I sent you a text message. This was the initial consultation, and honestly, when I spoke to you during that 60 minutes, I got a hint that CLA will definitely help me. And a lot of videos of this kind of life stimulus or web videos I've seen of your successful candidate. This also motivated me to take that type of risk and getting in touch with a few.
Right. So you had that you had a little bit of embarrassment as to how should I ask people for professional help.
Yes.
Was it because you thought that you had a lot of experience from before, and then it doesn't make any sense to ask for help? Is that
Yes,
why it was there?
definitely. I agree.
Oh, okay, cool. Right. There's somebody else, Arshad Ahmed.
Yeah. Thank you, Arshad.
He also has a question. Like, I'm planning for masters in civil engineering in Australia, but my age is about 30. Will it be a burden to get a PR after completion of the course? Let me handle this, Tushar. So, Ahmed, I look, sorry, Arshad. Arshad, we are not a migration agent. This is a question which is more for a migration agent. So, you might want to talk to them and get some expert advice. But so far as I'm concerned, so far as my limited knowledge goes, I don't believe that should be a problem. You should still be able to get some points for your age, for the education, and kind of things. Um, to get a PR after completion. Yeah. So after you complete the course, depending on what kind of course, if it is a 2 years, masters, then you should be able to get the post-study work visa for 2 years. And then during that period of time, when you get the job, you should be able to apply for PR. But once again, Ahmad, Arshad, I would like to advise you on that, but we are not a migration agent as such. So don't take my advice for granted. Please seek professional assistance from somebody who is an expert in the field. Right. So my question to you was, uh, once you once you decided to come to Australia, how did after that initial consultation was done? Um, how did we proceed ahead with the mentoring program? Did it take a long time for you to make that decision whether you want to go ahead with us or not, or you instantly decided that yes, these are the people who are the right kind of people for me, and I want to work with them?
So I made my mind instantly because I have went through the lot of success story which you publish. Okay,
Mhm.
so I don't have to think behind. So there was quite a lot good examples which you have set and high standards. So I thought I am in the right hand after the initial consultations.
That's a whole point, Tushar. Yes, we do it for business promotion. I don't want to hide it. I just want to be as honest as possible. But at the same time, it pumps up. It inspires a lot of people, because if somebody like Tushar can do it, who has got 15 years of experience and who has got the guts to migrate to Australia, and who has got the courage to come out of the comfort zone, well, I can do that as well. And quite coincidentally, quite interestingly, about 25 to 30% of our clients, all the clients that we get, they come from that region itself. It's a massive percentage coming from one region. And that's only because I believe their need for belonging is not fulfilled. They will never belong to those countries. They will never become the PR of those countries.
If I add to that, sir, you can only live in the Middle East countries only if you have a job. The
Yes.
moment you lose your job or you resign or something happened, you need to leave the country. So there is no long life or long term vision if you're living in those countries.
Hmm. Absolutely. Mandeep has a question. Dear Tushar, what do you think about the certification? How much that values in the Australian job market?
Okay. Certification, yes, it adds value. For my personal, even after my graduation, my MBA, I have done a lot of certification just to enhance my skills over the period of time. In Australia, what I've understood that if you have a global certification, your body of recognition, if it's global, they recognize it. But if something is very low within local, have you done from the local institute, it doesn't grab their attention. Like for me, when I did my project management, it was done from PMP, which is the PMI Global Institute of Project Management, which grabbed their attention. So suggestion will be, if you're doing any certification, make sure it's a globally valid organization,
Accepted. Yes.
accredited organization, which is recognized by anyone with throughout the global.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we started working together, Tushar, while you were there in Dubai, and I'm sure you must be waking up very early in the morning to because of the time difference here in Australia and Dubai. Well, how did CLA cater to your needs of specific job market in Australia?
CLA went through my personal and professional life in depth, to be honest. Okay. Understanding what I am looking for. I believe that is a very beginning process if somebody wants to mentor you or coach, which I, apart from CLA, I would have never done, nobody else would have done, to understand me and create a customized program to match or understand my requirement and help me to take that leap of faith, I can say.
Yes, that's a very valid point, and it's a very important thing as well because at CLA we believe that and we understand that not every person is the same. People are different. Their skill set is different. Their nature is different. Their attributes are different. The value that they bring to the table are different, and so on. So, no program that we offer, even if the syllabus probably is the same, but it is customized to every professional's needs because we can't use the same program for a fresh graduate that we use for a professional. And even for the fresh graduates, we customize it based on every person's needs because many people, some people are introvert for that matter. Some people are extroverts. Some are, some people have got outgoing personality, whereas some people are still in their shell. So it takes a long time for us to mentor them. For example, there was a guy by the name Anirudh, a great guy. It was very introvert, a fresh graduate, never appeared for an interview, and he cracked through the first interview that he appeared for after he completed the program. Why? Because he says in his interview that the program helped him so much that he became very bold and very courageous when it comes to talking to people.
Right.
Right. We have another question from Mandeep. What was your strategy to approach the recruiting agency or the hiring managers?
Yeah.
Great question.
Yes, I agree with that. Uh, Mandeep, first of all, the program which CLA made, okay, it gave me a different perspective about interview, okay, and the networking, which I never thought of. Okay, it also happens in this way. The program which Raju sir made is on the networking side, because networking in my life I was always fearing of how to get in touch with people, how to ask for help. But the program, it I will give one specific type is to, in spite of just directly applying for any job, do you understand the role? Okay. And can you communicate with the recruiting agency? Okay, just to establish that connection, that you are looking forward for this opportunity, and are you the right fit? Because the hiring manager or the recruiting agency doesn't have time to go through that several applications they receive.
Mm, absolutely.
But if you come out of your comfort zone, okay, and try to connect with them either on phone especially when they, in spite of email, okay, they will love to hear from you. This is what also I got acknowledged, because a lot of recruiting agencies told me, thank you, Tushar, for getting in touch with us. We really appreciate it that you took that effort and trying to explain or to talk about yourself.
Absolutely. I hope that helps you, Mandeep. Don't worry too much. Just seek advice from somebody who has done it before you, and you will get there very soon. Right. The next question I have is um, how did the CLA's interview preparation techniques help you?
tremendously. The main program about getting into enroll is the interview.
Yes.
How? Because the interview process in Australia is very different from other countries. It varies from countries to country. And the customized program which CLA made for myself on the interview side was fantastic. It catered the need of the hiring manager or the recruiter, and it went in depth with, especially on the behavioral types of questions,
Hmm.
okay, which was a very important USP of this program.
I think your mock employer interview was conducted by Sumit, was it?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And that
And
tremendously
that was
helped
also
you.
on a very short notice. I I gave it to you because the interviewer wanted to me appear for the interview next day, just after the first
Yes.
round.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I was very thankful to you and Sumit sir to give me the to take the time out and prepare me immediately for the interview, for the mock behave interview, and then I appeared next day.
And that boosted up your confidence in the interview, real interview.
Um, yes, 110%.
Beautiful.
I felt it was like a live interview, okay, and the questions came like the hiring manager is asking me. And there was also feedback after the interview, after the mock interview ended. Couple of tips were given to me how to improve further improvisation so that I
Yes.
can be better prepared.
Yes. Sumit is a great asset to our company. I mean, he has worked in the US for about 10 years. He after completing his master's in mechanical engineering there, and he has worked with Fortune 500 companies like Stryker Medical or US Endoscopy. And he has been working in Melbourne since the last, I believe, 6.5 years now, as senior project manager. So the same, probably the same at the same level as you are. So it probably was very easy for him to connect with you and give you all the tips and all that.
Raju sir, before I move to interview, I wanted to tell one of another
Yes.
USP of this program was the resume.
Yes.
How the resume was made to my industry level job specification. I would like to give one incident when the HR person of this company where I am now enrolled.
Mhm.
Uh, he went through my resume, and I asked him, "Do you want to conduct an interview for the first round?" He said, "No need, because your resume is just tailor made for my requirement that it answers all your questions."
Beautiful.
So the first interview just was on first layer of interview just was on my resume base. He liked my resume so much. He said, "No need for a HR round of interview. I will straight away take you to the next round."
Wow. Isn't that incredible? I
Thank you.
wish that happens with each and every of our clients.
Because it gave them a clarity of what I have achieved in my last 15 years of professional life, and also some vision for them what I'm going to do in future.
Quite coincidentally, I was talking to this client of ours who is currently in India. His name is Ashish, and he's into contract management. And he sent me a voice message just before this session began as to how his interview with the recruiter went today. And in that message, he said that the interview was planned with the recruiter for 45 minutes. It was on Teams, but he said it was for 45 minutes, but we finished in about half an hour, only because the recruiter said that, I mean, this recruiter deals with some multinational companies in Australia, very large companies in Australia. And she said there is no reason why I cannot take you to my employers and have an interview with them. But she made a very interesting comment. She said that your resume speaks for itself. She
Definitely,
said
sir.
your resume is so fabulous that I don't need to ask you more questions. I got the answers to all my questions.
A very impressive resume CLA makes for us. I'm very thankful to you.
I'm so glad, so happy for you. All right. Now, Siddhant has a question. Sir, are skill certificates from different platforms like Udemy, Coursera, etc., valuable in Australian job market? Look, Siddharth, that question is a bit tricky question. If you're asking me if those certifications are accepted in Australia, then I'm not sure about that. But those certifications will most definitely help you in sharpening those skills in that particular area, so to say. So if you are fully dependent on those certifications to be accepted in Australia, you'll need to check yourself if they are globally accepted certifications. If not, you will at least get a practice of working on those softwares. I hope that helps. Mandeep is saying, thank you, Tushar and Raju sir, for taking up my questions. You're most welcome, Mandeep, anytime. Right. So we talked about the interview preparation, we talked about the resume as well. Now, in what other ways did CLA mentoring program help you?
On the personal front, how to be disciplined, how to be focused, and how to take out the fear from your mind. The programs which I had every day, it was an intense program, to be honest. It needed my time, it needed my attention, and it also needed to focus and do particular practice assignments. And unless you are devoted to do this program 100% with your heart and with your mind and full attention, you cannot achieve anything.
You mentioned about the discipline and focus. Now, I can understand about focus. How did the program help you in maintaining the discipline?
Couple of your handouts had a particular exercises and the case studies or example which also you gave it to us.
Ah,
Okay. And I have to go through it, make sure that I take the time and read out those handouts, listen it carefully, make your own notes, and concentrate. Unless you take not take out time or have discipline in you to work harder on this program or maybe a certain skill or maybe things which you may be lacking, this made me a discipline towards those to overcome those things with discipline.
so you mentioned about taking the notes. Did you take handwritten notes or on the
Handwritten notes and the
electronic?
handout, and I made this book, to be honest, this is my complete book, I made during
Sorry,
all
show,
10
show it in
sessions.
front of you. I can't see that. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. And every day after the session ended, I made my own thoughts and reviews of what was good learning from your examples or cases which you shared, your experience which you shared during your professional career. I made a note of it, and I have been going through this to the entire program till date, sir. And it
Wow.
encourages me, it motivated me during my the job search phase. Okay, I have to depend upon this and motivate myself that nothing will go wrong with you.
Wow.
Believe in yourself.
So cool.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely impressed with that because I remember when I was talking to Balaji, who came from Dubai as well a few years ago now. He showed me one such folder that he had created, a big folder, and he said, "Rajivji, I made all the notes in this folder," and he said, I'm not just going to use it for myself, but he said I'll be using it for my daughter as well. So,
One more thing I want to add, sir. So this learning is not just for one job or 1 year. This is
mm,
lifelong learning. Don't
yes.
think, I wanted to tell people that don't think this program is just for you getting a job. No. This program is tailor made for your entire professional life and personal career. Take into consideration from that point of view.
Absolutely. There's one more question from Guga Priya Rajani. I'm doing MSc Network Security and I'm trying to get Australia PR. Is it easy to get job or difficult, or I need to any do any groundwork for that? What would you say, Tushar, on this question? Is it easy? He's saying. Is it difficult or easy?
So nothing is easy unless you're prepared and you put a lot of hard work in it. And nothing is difficult. Everything is possible if you have the determination and the courage to do it.
Goga, I don't know which country you are living in at the moment, but if it is not easy to get a job in your country, it will not be easy to get a job here in Australia either. There's no such thing as easy, and definitely you are coming from a different background, different culture altogether. So you have to fight your own battle, and you have to find your own way, and that's why that's exactly what Career Launch Australia does here. When you get a PR, contact us. We have advertised our WhatsApp number +61 409 131 415. It is there on our website as well. So will be more than happy to help you with your questions. I hope that makes sense to you. Right
Uh,
now, yes,
I would
Tushar,
tell,
please go ahead.
I would like to suggest people that please take a help a professional team like CLA. Okay, the return on investment is fantastic. Don't think about that what will happen. My personal opinion is that take that leap, have faith, and take help. Reach out for help.
Thank you so much, Tushar. Now, just to add more value to our clients, just to contribute to the greatest extent possible, we'll very shortly be beginning a new channel called Career Launch WOW, WOW. WOW stands for Words of Wisdom. And my intention, my purpose behind it is to contribute to the best possible extent. And I'm planning, I'm considering having all these sessions live, similar to this session, on the WOW channel as well, and thereby answer questions to people related to the job process, related to the job search here in Australia. And I just wanted to play a small video, a very small video, just so that our viewers understand exactly where we are coming from. So let's watch it just very quickly. I'll be adding link to the Wow YouTube channel just after this session is over, just under this in this video itself. So I strongly urge people who are watching this and who are watching this live or will be watching it later to please subscribe, to please share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up to the Wow channel. Our success will depend heavily on your positive response, and we will do our level best. We'll continue to offer you incredible value for your time through the Wow channel as well. Right. One thing that I was meaning to ask you since a long time, since we started. Did the program help you in bringing the paradigm shift from hard skills to soft skills? Because everybody is only focused on hard skills. I got 15 years of experience. I got a lot of hard skills. I will get a job in Australia just like that. Was that easy for you? Just did you get a job purely on the hard skills, or your soft skills played an important role?
Soft skill played 95%
Oh
during my
my
interview.
goodness.
During
Oh
my
my
interview
goodness.
process and cracking the job. Over here in Australia, they would like to understand on different aspect of your life, how good you are in communication, how good you are in team building or team management. These are some kind of example. Your technical knowledge or background is just 5%. They understand that you have degree itself, you have experience, that you know technical skills. But soft skills, which is very important over here in Australia, I was very lucky to enroll this program and learn those soft skills, enhance those where I was lacking, and be prepared for those interviews.
So in the interview, your technical skills were not really tested to that large extent, you are saying.
Yes, sir. It was more on the soft skill side. They
So
wanted
what
to.
exactly did they, when we talk about soft skills, what exactly did they test you for? Can you give a just quick overview?
One of those example was on, like, right now I am a people's manager. So the
Hmm.
most of the question was how you will able to manage teams. When you manage team, you need to also understand how do you manage conflict. How do
Hmm.
you look for professional development of your team? This is just one
Hmm.
example. This is not part of your hardcore skill or technical education which you get trained in school, colleges.
Yes,
This comes with, as your professionalism, you need to build up those soft skill. You might have to go to external coach, get
yes,
help, and build it over the time period of your professional career.
absolutely. I completely agree with it. Siddhant is asking, sir, when is the right time to contact CLA, like after applying for PR or getting or after getting it? Ideally, Siddhant, you should contact us immediately after you get the PR, and then we'll have a conversation around what value you bring to the table and how CLA can help you. We have another question from Arshad. Should I connect to you as soon as my master's in civil engineering start, or should I connect after completion of the course? That's a great question, Arshad. You want to be proactive. So what I suggest you do is, when you are halfway through the master's, or when there are maybe 4 to 6 months left before you complete your master's, you can contact us, and then we can have a consultation together. And I'll be more than happy to give you the direction and what is the next step moving forward. So um, what was that one thing that helped you the most in this program, Tushar?
So if I talk about one thing, there are many things. Okay, to be honest. Okay, but mostly was on the resume, the CV, and the interview technique. First thing, and other also things was on how to develop my professionalism in this job market. Okay, there were several techniques which was showed to me. Okay, with examples and with couple of exercises which we went through, and also other things like reading books to sharpen your skills.
Hmm.
So I believe those programs are one of the program which was on doing exercises
Hmm.
after all the consultations end of the day. It helped me a lot.
Absolutely. I believe self assessment is the best assessment, because that gives you the confidence as to how you are growing or how much you have grown through the process. And the last question I have for you is, what specific advice would you give to the immigrants in your situation who are about to migrate to Australia?
Definitely, you will have a lot of questions and fear, but make sure that you take reach out for help and believe in yourself. Okay, uh, this is just the uncertainty of the fear. But once you cross that breach of fear, life is beautiful. Okay, be disciplined, be focused, dedicate on what you want to achieve. What is your higher purpose in life? Which is one of the biggest starting of the program. Rajiv sir will tell you what is your higher purpose in life, what you want to achieve. Just focus on that. There will be negative thoughts, comments, people, getting delayed in getting jobs, taking several months. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, but it's your preparedness, how ready you get, how disciplined you are, how focused you are, and what is your aim, high aim in life.
Brilliant. Tushar, it has been absolute pleasure working with you and helping you in creating your first breakthrough in Australia. And I'm so glad that you got the job, you got your dream job. And, it's not easy for somebody coming from overseas. And I'm not saying this just because I'm interviewing you, but it's a reality. It's coming right from the bottom of my heart. I have lived here for the last 25 years and understood how hard it is to get a job to start with. You have excelled all your own expectations. You have gone that extra mile in getting that job. Not only you have got a job as a manager, you have got a job as manager, supply chain manager for Australia and New Zealand, and I see that very strong potential in you. And I would not be absolutely surprised if you call me in the next few months and tell me, Raju sir, I'm now the manager for the APAC region.
Yeah.
I strongly wish, I pray that that should happen. um, Whenever you need any professional help in future, you know where we are. I'm very easily accessible as well, and my sincere wish is that may all your dreams come true. May your wife join you very quickly here in Australia, and you live a very beautiful life that you deserve in this country. So
So
my
one more
heartfelt
point.
thanks.
Yeah, and one more point. I think I should focus on that is getting out of your comfort zone on networking with people. Uh,
Yes.
I was never comfortable in asking for help or reaching out to people. When I came to Australia, as per part of your program, I went on the LinkedIn to asking, connecting with the people and asking for help. Even when I'm not on LinkedIn, I'm outside, I'm going to some other like public library or going for any networking event. I was able to ask for help and reaching out to people and introducing myself. So please, people, whoever is aspiring for job, get out and do networking as much as possible, and be honest to them that you're looking for opportunity. This is your scope of professionalism, and and there are people who will definitely help you. I got a lot of business cards. They told me to reach out to me, okay, to them. And so this is one of the benefit. I should have focused this part during the program, but networking is one of the beautiful thing which Rajesh sir during this CLA program will coach you around.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for giving this invaluable advice to immigrants who are in your profession, in your situation. So, anybody who is looking for a job after getting the PR, regardless of which country you come from, CLA is here to help you. You might want to settle in any part of Australia. You might be a fresh graduate, for that matter, who studied here in Australia. We'll be more than happy to help you professionally in creating your first breakthrough in Australia. So, thank you so much, Tushar. Once again, with that, I say goodbye for now, and I will see you guys in the next session very, very soon. So, bye for
Thank you,
now.
sir. Thank you, entire CLA family. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.